Hello everyone, I hope that you all are fit and fine, and let me tell you that I am completely fine as well. So finally, the institute has brought out the ICAI New Scheme 2023, and we have also started discussing about the facts in the ICAI New Scheme in this video series. This is part 2 of the video series. In part 1, I have already discussed the frequently asked questions relating to the transition scheme, and in this video in detail, we are going to discuss the transition scheme brought out by ICAI. Sir, what is the transition scheme? It is the scheme in which the old scheme students are converted into new scheme. So, what are the rules and regulation relating to transition scheme? We are going to see in this video. But before beginning, my request to you as usual is to subscribe this channel because all the other parts also I am going to release one by one after this video, and you will be staying updated with all those videos as well, and in the future also relating to CA Foundation, Inter as well as Final, all the updates you are going to get on this channel. So make sure to subscribe, and as I told you earlier, I am going to respond to all of your comments. So make sure to comment whatever query you have in this particular video. I will try to reply as quickly as possible, and also if many students are coming up with the same query, I will try to make a separate video of it and post it on this channel. So let us begin the transition scheme of ICAI. Okay. So Institute released this particular PDF where it is talking about the transition scheme. So first and foremost, what is the implementation schedule? I will be as quick as possible because I know that the video is going to be lengthy. So I will discuss things as soon as possible. Fine. And I will try to make it simple and clear as well. So first and foremost, for the foundation, registration will commence from 2nd of August. So 1st of July was the last date for foundation registration for December 23 examination. Now there will be a break, and for the next May to June 24 examination, you can register only from 2nd of August onwards. So even if you are studying in your 11th standard or 12th standard in your school, you can register for CA foundation examination from 2nd of August 2023 onwards. Hence, last exam will be December 23 in the old scheme and June 24 in the new scheme. Similarly, for intermediate, 1st July registration will commence for intermediate as well as CA final for the new scheme. So last exam under old scheme will be in November 23, and in new scheme first exam will be in May 24. From this, it is very clear that there is not going to be any parallel attempt. Hence, November 23 examination order, the old scheme is going to end, and from May 24 examination, the new scheme will begin. Now, after coming into force of the CA amendment regulation, 2 years practical training would be made applicable. Okay, so now if you join practical training, that is articleship, for you the articleship is going to be 2 years. If you have joined before 1st of July, the articleship period would have been 3 years, correct? But now it is going to be 2-year articleship training. Fine. Next, self-paced online modules will start from 1st July onwards. So they are telling from 1st July onwards. I am not fully aware if the self-paced online module have been updated in the self-service portal or not. But the syllabus has been released. Let us see when we can start giving the self-paced online module or start learning from self-paced online module in the new scheme. So last date for foundation registration is 1st of July, which is already gone, which I discussed already. Now coming to the subjects at the foundation level. So paper 1 will be accounting, paper 2 will be business laws for 100 marks. So earlier it was business laws and business reporting, that was English basically. So now English is removed and only business laws is there. Okay, but there are some inclusions in the syllabus also. Then paper 3 will be quantitative aptitude, which will include maths, logical reasoning and statistics. And paper 4 will be economics for 100 marks. So this is the foundation subjects. Coming to intermediate subjects, intermediate will have two groups, group 1 and group 2. Three subjects in group 1, three subjects in group 2. In group 1, advanced accounts and accounts both have been merged together to form a new subject called advanced accounting. Then you have corporate and other laws, and lastly you have income tax and GST. Income tax comes for 50 marks. Earlier it was 60 marks, now it has been reduced to 50, and indirect tax has been increased from 40 to 50. Then in group 2, there are three papers. First paper is Cost and Management Accounting. So costing has been removed from group 1 and introduced in group 2. And paper 5 will be Auditing and Ethics. Then ethics earlier was not a part of inter syllabus, but now it will be taught in inter as well. Then paper 6A will be financial management for 50 marks, strategic management for 50 marks. So totally 6 papers. Okay. So EISSM has been removed, and similarly some a few other subjects also have been removed from the syllabus. Now coming to self-paced online module. Self-paced online module is set A, that is corporate and economic laws. Basically, in the earlier syllabus, it was final law. So in final, law has been removed, and that has been introduced in self-paced online module set number A. Set number B is strategic cost and performance management. So costing has been removed from CA final group 2, and it has been introduced in self-paced online module. Then there is set C, which is elective, and set D is also elective. So there are around 10 topics in set C and around 4 topics in set D. Any one the student can choose, and they can do the self-paced online module. Now coming to final. In final also there are 6 papers. First paper is FR, financial reporting. Second paper, instead of strategic financial management, now it has become advanced financial management. Paper 3 is advanced auditing, assurance and professional ethics, that is audit basically. Paper 4 will be your direct tax law and international taxation. Paper 5 is indirect tax laws, and paper 6 is integrated business solution or multidisciplinary case study with strategic management, which is nothing but a combination of all these papers and a few other subjects combined. Okay, so now the structure we will discuss in a separate video. Now let us come to the main topic, and that is conversion scheme. So first and foremost, what are the notable points for conversion? All existing students will automatically get converted without any fees in the new scheme after declaration of November 23 or December 23 results. So the students who are there in the existing scheme, now if you want, you can voluntarily convert to the new scheme. However, if you do not convert to the new scheme, then what will happen? After November 23 or December 23 results come out, May 24 will be the first attempt for new scheme exams, correct? Hence, automatically you will get converted into new scheme without paying any fees. Now also you need not pay any fees for conversion. Okay. Next, after conversion at self-service portal, study material kit can be ordered through CDS by paying 500 rupees or 1000 rupees extra, respectively. See, Kanna, if you have already ordered study material, and if you want new study material of the new course, then foundation students have to pay 500 extra. Inter and final student have to pay 1000 rupees extra. However, if you have already not ordered your study material, then you can order it free of cost in the new scheme itself. Next, group wise and paper wise exemption will be announced by examination department separately. So regarding the exemption scheme, that is what all papers, what all groups, etc. will be exempt if you pass or get an exemption in the old scheme, and what will you get in the new scheme, that is yet to be announced by ICAI, and it will be announced in future period. Okay. However, some points we already know that we will be discussing in this particular video. Self-paced online modules can be undergone only after passing both groups of inter. So when can you, now onwards, I will call self-paced online module as SPOM. So when can you undergo SPOM? You can undergo SPOM after clearing both groups of intermediate. Next, students who have qualified both groups of inter are exempt from undergoing set C and set D. So these two electives are there, no Karna? Set C and set D. If you have cleared both groups of intermediate under old course, that is 8 papers if you have cleared, then set C is exempt and set D is also exempt. You need not undergo. Exemption in self-paced module, either set C or set D will be applicable for students who have passed 7 papers at intermediate level. Earlier, intermediate was IPCC. In IPCC, there were 7 papers. So that IPCC, if you have cleared, you can choose anyone, that is set C or set D. Anyone you can choose and you can complete. The other one will be exempt. Next, Final course students unsuccessful in the existing scheme in will appear in May 24 under the new scheme after automatic conversion. Such student may qualify self-paced online module A and B after passing May 24 exam but before applying for membership. If unsuccessful in May 24, you would be eligible for subsequent exam only after qualifying SPOM, Set A and Set B. C and D, however, will be exempt. So what are they trying to tell? If you are a final student, okay, if you are a final student, Inter, you already have cleared, correct? Since you have already cleared Inter both groups, as I told you earlier, Set C and Set D are exempt, correct? Sir, what if I have cleared only group 1 of final? If you have cleared group 1 of final, Set A will be exempt. Sir, what about group 2? If you have cleared group 2, then Set B will be exempt. Okay. Now, if you are writing your examination, final examination in May 2024, if you are an old student writing May 24 examination, then you have an option that Set A and Set B, which you have to compulsorily do before the examination. However, just for May 24 students, there is an option that they can complete Set A and Set B after the May 24 examination also, but before applying for membership. But remember, this exemption is not applicable for November 24. This facility of doing after the examination is not applicable for November 24. Only for May 24 examination, you have this facility that if for you any of the four sets are applicable, you have to compulsorily do it. Correct? You can do it after your exams also in case of May 24, but not in November 24. In case of November 24, if it is applicable, you have to do it before the exams itself, final exams. Next, students who have commenced the practical training till 30th June 2023, they will continue to do 3 years of practical training. They will have 156 leaves, number of holidays. Their AICAI TSS course has to be undergone during the practical training, but before the exams, and they will be eligible to appear for final in the last 6 months of practical training also. Hence, till 30th June, if you have already started your articleship will be 3 years. You cannot convert to 2-year articleship. It will always be 3 year only. However, in the last 6 months of your articleship, you are eligible to write your final examination. Okay. And as usual, you will get 156 days of leave maximum. Okay. Next. Students who have passed either group of intermediate did not commence their 3 years of practical training. Sir, I have passed one group. Earlier, I was eligible to join articleship, but I did not join articleship. So now, can I join articleship? Answer is no, Kanna. See here, you have to pass both the groups of intermediate, and after that only you can join. Earlier, you could join after passing one group, but now you have to pass both the groups and then only you can join articleship. Fine. These students will be entitled for 12 days leave only per year. Then they have to complete AICA TSS course. And after finishing 6 months study period after practical training only, they will be eligible to write final examination. Hence, basically, what are they trying to tell? If you want to join articleship now, complete both groups of inter, pass, finish the ITT and orientation program. After that only you can join articleship. Fine. Next. Student provisionally registered in intermediate under direct entry route will be automatically converted to new scheme. So now, see Kanna, if you have registered in direct entry scheme, but you have not started your articleship, what will happen? You will be converted into new scheme. Now, you have to write your examination in May 2024. You have to pass both groups of intermediate. After passing both groups of intermediate only, you can join articleship after completing ITT and orientation also. So what are they telling? After 8 months of study period, okay, and submitting the final year graduation mark sheet as the case may be, then your final provisional registration will be converted to final registration. Then you can write your intermediate exam, pass both groups of intermediate, and then commence practical training of 2 years. Fine. Next, student who will appear in November 2023 examination in the existing scheme and pass one of the group in November 23 examination. I'm talking about final exam. Okay. So if you are writing final in November 23 and you are passing one group, then what will happen? Then you will automatically get converted into new scheme after results. Okay. Exemption in the remaining group, unit or paper may be given as the case may be. Hence, Kanna, if you pass CA final group 1, you need not write group 1 once again. If you pass CA final group 2, you need not write group 2 once again. Similarly, if you pass CA final group 1, set A is also fully exempt. If you pass CA final group 2, set B will be fully exempt. And remaining you have to write in May 24 examination. Fine. So self-paced online module A and B can be qualified. Okay, and this exemption also will be there. Suppose you have to write in May 2024, and if set A or set B is applicable for you, then you can do set A or set B as the case may be after your final also, but before applying for membership. Only for May 24. Your articleship will be as usual, 3 years. You will get 156 days leave, and before the final, you have to complete your AICITSS. Fine. Next, validity of conversion period in the new scheme is as under. See, Kanna, now if you convert to the new scheme, what will be your validity period in the new scheme? Will old validity continue in the new validity, or will you get fresh new valid period? That we will see. See here. For foundation course, it is 4 years from the date of conversion for the existing students and no revalidation is allowed. So see here, for foundation course, your registration will exist only for 4 years and you cannot revalidate. It means you cannot renew your registration. After 4 years, I do not know whether you will be able to write foundation or not. Within 4 years itself, you have to clear foundation. Next, intermediate. 5 years from the date of conversion in the new scheme. Thereafter, students are allowed to revalidate the intermediate registration only once in the new scheme. So as soon as you get converted into new scheme, your intermediate registration will last for 5 more years. So suppose you are getting converted on 1st January 2024. Then for 5 years, that is 31st December 2028, your registration will last. Correct? For 5 years it will last, and you can renew your registration for one more time for 5 more years. So for 5 more years you can extend your validity, but after that you will not be able to write your intermediate exams. Similarly, for final, 10 years from the date of conversion. Thereafter, revalidation is allowed after every 10 years. So for final course, no, there is no limit on revalidation. Final course registration is valid for 10 years, and after 10 years you can keep on revalidating. Fine. Now, Business Accounting Associate. So Business Accounting Associate certification will be given by ICAI if you are eligible. Okay, how will you be eligible? Number one, you should have passed both groups of intermediate. You should have completed your practical training. You should have completed the ICITSS and AICITSS and also qualified the 4 self-paced learning module. If all these conditions are satisfied, you can get BAA Business Accounting Associate Certificate from ICAI. Okay. Now, let's talk about the transition points. Number one, student who have appeared in class 12 examination and registered in foundation course before 1st of July or on or before 1st of July, then they are eligible to write in December 23. If they pass, well and good. If they do not pass, they have to write in June 24 as per the new syllabus. Correct? Next, student who will appear in class 12 in March 2024 and have registered or would be registered in foundation course till 1st of February 2024. So, if you are going to write 12 class 12 examination till March 2024, that is in the next year you are going to write your 12th examination, then register before 1st of February 2024. Okay, for your foundation. So you will be eligible to write foundation in June 2024 examination. Next, students who are in class 11 and already registered or registering for the foundation course. First exam under the new scheme will be June 2024. 5. So if you are in class 11 now and if you have registered now itself, then after your 12th, so next year you will be in 12th. After that, in the next, after that only you will be able to write foundation, correct? In June 2025. So if you are in 11th standard, if you register now in June 2025, you will be able to write foundation. If you have already registered, then you will be converted into new scheme, and in June 2025 you will be able to write foundation. Fine. Next, intermediate. Student who have appeared and passed in June 2023 foundation exams. So in June 2023, if you pass, then your next attempt for intermediate will be what? May 2024 examination, correct? And it will be in the new scheme. Student have to register intermediate course before 1st of September. So after the result come out, within 1st of September, register for the intermediate course. Okay. And after 8 months of study period, in May 24, you can write the exams. Next, student who have appeared and not successful in November 23 intermediate examination. See Kanna, in November 2023, if you write the exam, but still if you are not able to pass, then unfortunately, November 23 is the last attempt for existing scheme. You will be converted and in the new syllabus only you have to write in May 2024. Okay. Then, student appeared in May 23 exams, passed one of the groups in existing scheme of intermediate or has got exemption in any of the papers. So May 23 exam you pass one group, then second group obviously you can write in November 2023, and if you pass in November 23 then you need not write in May 24 obviously, then you can register for final. Okay. And May 23 exam is also old scheme, November 23 is also old scheme. So all the exemption etc will get carry forward as usual. Next, student has appeared in November 23 examination, passed in any one of the group in the existing scheme, got exemption in any of the papers. Now this is only the burning question of the students. Sir, I am going to write exams in November 23. I did not pass both groups, sir, but I only passed group 1 or I only passed group 2 or I have exemption in certain papers. Then what will happen? Then in May 2024, you have to write the remaining. But however, after such students will get automatically get converted in the new scheme of education and training for the relevant group, unit or paper. Exemption will be provided as per the new scheme. So as per my understanding, whatever papers are same in the old scheme as well as new scheme, okay, for those papers you will get exemption, but for the remaining papers obviously you will not get exemption. However, on this circular is yet to come from ICAI regarding the exemption. But don't worry, I will release a video on exemption and I will share you what my opinion is and what I feel the exemption scheme should be. So stay subscribed, you will find that video as well. But as of now, has not officially released what will be the exemption of intermediate that can be carried forward from old scheme to new scheme. Fine. Okay. Next. After passing the remaining group in new scheme, exemption for self-paced online module, that is set C or set D, will be considered as the case may be. So I told you, no Kanna, if you pass any one group in intermediate, then you might get exemption in set C or set D. However, when we were discussing the FAQs, okay, in the FAQs it is given that if you pass only group 1 and you don't pass group 2, then both C and D you have to write. If you pass only group 2, okay, then you can choose one between C or D and you can do any one, the other one will be exempt. And obviously if you pass both group 1 and group 2, C and D both are exempt. Okay. Next, student who registered and commenced their practical training by 1st of February. Direct entry student who registered their articleship on or before 1st of February, sorry, before 1st of February, then they can write in November 23 exam. If they are successful, well and good. If they are not successful, they have to appear in May 24 as per the new syllabus. Such student will automatically get converted in the new scheme. If they do not clear in November 23, they will continue to do 3 years practical training. As I told you, if you have already registered for articleship, articleship will be for 3 years. Okay, entitled for 156 days leave, then as usual you have to carry on the course. Next, student who are appeared in November 23 examination, passed in one of the group in the existing scheme or got exemption in the papers. Such student has to appear in the remaining group as per the new scheme. So here they have given vague wordings. See, Kanna, Kandipa or for sure you are going to get exemptions. Carry forward to new scheme, from old scheme to new scheme. But for what paper exemption you will get in new scheme exemption, that is still not clear. If you clear one group in inter first group, whether the same first group will be exempt in new scheme also, it is also still not clear. Information is yet to come from ICAI. They have just given that exemption will be provided as per new scheme. What exemption for what subject they have still not provided. Next, student registered after 1st of February have commenced their practical training before coming into force Chartered Accountant Amendment Regulation. So see here, after 1st of February, if you have started your practical, if you have registered for your intermediate, then your first attempt is when? May 2024. So you have to give exams in May 2024. And if you have joined articleship before 30th of June, before 30th of June, if you have joined articleship, then what will happen? Then your articleship will be for 3 years only, as usual. And final, you will be able to write after completing 2.5 years of articleship. Next, student registered after 1st of February and have not yet started their articleship or practical training. So if you have not yet started your practical training, then you will be able to start your practical training only after passing both the groups, and after passing both the groups, when you start, it will be for 2 years. Next, student who have registered provisionally after 1st of March. Then obviously if you have registered provisionally, first submit your mark sheet etc. Make it final registration, write the exams in May 24. Pass both groups in May 24, then join for articleship or practical training. And it will be for 2 years since you are joining in the future. Student who will register in the intermediate till 1st of September 2023 under the new scheme. So till 1st of September, if you are registering in intermediate, you will be eligible to write in the May 24 examination. After 1st September, if you are registering, you cannot write in May 24, you will be able to write only in November 24. Since there is minimum 8 months study period. Next, transition scheme. Student registered provisionally before 1st July 2023 and their final year graduation result will be declared after June 2023. So this is what provisionally if you have registered, you are in the last year of graduation, and if your examination results have not yet come, then you will be able to write your exams only in May 24 since it has not become final registration. So such student will automatically get converted into new scheme. They have to complete 8 months study period. Then their attempt will fall in May 24. They are required to pass both the groups. After that, they can join 2-year articleship. Next, student registered provisionally on or after 1st July 2023 and their final year graduation will be declared in June or July 2024. So see Ganna, if you have joined or if you are going to join the CA Intermediate Direct Entry Scheme, and if your final year graduation result will be declared next year, then you will be able to write the new scheme in November 2024 examination. Okay, because 8 month study period will be complete only till November 2024. They are required to pass both the groups and thereafter commence practical training of 2 years, entitled to 2 years per leave. Fine. Next. Now, next. The student who have passed both groups of intermediate and commenced their practical training by 30th of June. So, till 30th of June, you have passed both groups, you have started your articleship. Articleship, as usual, will be for 3 years and eligible under existing scheme will be November 2023. Listen here. For final examination, if 2.5 years of your articleship is over, then you can write in November 2023. If it will be over after November 2023, you will be able to write in May 2024. But it depends on your articleship training. Such students have to attempt either or both of the groups of final examination remaining to paper. Self-paced online module A and B can be qualified after passing May 24 also, but before applying for membership. If unsuccessful in May 24, you would be eligible for subsequent exam only after qualifying self-paced online module. So what am I telling? As usual, as I told earlier itself, since you have passed both groups of CA intermediate, you need not write C and D, self-paced online module. A and B is applicable. If you pass group 1 in November 23, A also not required. Or if you pass group 2 in November 2023, B not required. The remaining you can do. If your first attempt is May 24 and if you are converted from old to new, then if A or B is applicable to you, then you can do it after the exams also. But if you are writing in November 24, you have to complete everything, that is A and B, before the exams itself. Fine. Next. Student passed both groups of intermediate and started their practical training by 31st October 2021. So it means what? They have started 2 years, 2.5 years back. So they will be eligible to write an exams under new scheme in May 2024 examination. Since no exam will be conducted as per existing scheme in May 24, they will be converted to new scheme and they will have to appear in new scheme in May 24. They will continue to do 3-year practical training. Set C and Set D will be exempt because they have cleared both groups of CA intermediate. A and B they have to write before their examination. Okay. However, if they are eligible in May 24, they can write after the examination also. Next. Student who will appear in November 23 examination and pass one of the groups in the existing scheme final or has got any exemption in any of the papers. In such case, such student will automatically get converted. Remaining papers or remaining groups you have to write in the new scheme. Same paper exemption if you get, then you will be able to get exemption in the new scheme as well. But if that subject is not there in the new scheme, unfortunately you will not get exemption in the new scheme. Okay. So self-paced module C and D obviously will be exempt since you have cleared your intermediate. A and B will be exempt as the case may be if you pass group 1 or group 2. I hope now you are able to understand the rules. Now it is only repeating again and again for different types of students. If you have already seen this video till now, you will be able to easily predict the future questions as well. Student who will appear in November 2023 examination and did not clear both groups. Then May 24 he has to give both groups. Correct? And set A and set B also he has to complete. But if he is writing in May 24, he can give set A and B after the exam also. But if he is writing in November 24, he has to complete it before the exam itself. Okay. 3-year practical training will as usual continue. Number of days of leave will be 156 days. Before the final only they have to complete AICITSS course. Now let's come to practical training. Students who have already commenced the practical training before coming into force of Chartered Accountant Amendment Regulation. So if you have already started the practical training, then it will be for 3 years. You will get 156 days leave. You cannot convert from 3 years to 2-year articleship. Before final, you have to compulsorily complete AICITSS course. And if you are there in 3-year practical training, then after 2.5 years, you will be eligible to write the final examination. Okay. Next, student who have already passed either of the intermediate group and not commenced the practical training before coming into force. Okay, so if you have already passed group 1 of intermediate or both groups of intermediate, you have not started your articleship. Then what to do? First finish both the groups, finish ITT, finish orientation. After that only you can join articleship. Articleship will be for 2 years and you will get 12 days leave per year. Then as usual everything will continue. Next, student who will be passing one of the group of intermediate in May 23 examination. If you pass in May 23 examination single group, then write the second group in November 23, pass that group also. After passing both groups only, you will be able to join articleship. Next, student who will pass both groups in May 23 or November 23 examination. After passing both groups, register for practical training. Practical training will be for 2 years. You will have 12 days leave per year. Okay, and everything else is as usual. Okay, so these are all the transitional provision. I think each and every point would have gotten cleared. See, Kana, there are some students still there confused about termination. Sir, I have joined articleship, but I have terminated my articleship. Now, when I rejoin articleship, will be under old scheme or as per new scheme. That is 3 years or 2 years. See, Gana, there is still not perfect clarity is not given by ICAI. However, as per my understanding, if you have joined articleship in the 3 year regime, and if you are rejoining now, then also 3 years only will be applicable. Even if you have terminated earlier and rejoined now, 3 years articleship will be applicable. You will get 156 days leave as usual, and then you can write your final examinations after 2.5 years. So if you have any other query, please let me know in the comment section below. I will try to respond to it as quickly as I can. So see you in the next video, dear, in the next part of this series. So till then, take care. Bye bye.